Hello everybody, Scinesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Gilgamesh. Again, I'd like to apologize for how loud the rest of my house was over the past few parts, and the cutting I had to do as a result. Hopefully, I won't have to do any more cutting for the rest of this playthrough, but anyway. We are making our merry way through the Railroad Tycoon Legacy path, in even better shape than we were the previous two times I tried. I'm getting closer to the second milestone of the path, but I still would want some more factories to be built if at all possible. So, no time like now to do that. But I'm still trying to figure out which of my settlements still don't have factories yet. Okay, Ardabil already has a factory. Baghdad does not have a rail station or a factory, so that's going to be one of my top priorities for the start of this part. Oh my goodness, would you look at Ciudad de Mexico? 52 population. My gosh. That's pretty amazing, and I'm even taking into consideration that we're in an alliance here, so that's gonna be a pretty hard city to take over, in my mind's eye. Well, I think I can prosper better than that. My capital city of it, the capital city of my own has 44 population now, which is pretty close, but still only 8 short. It'll gain another population in 8 turns. Meanwhile, I've got this Bursa situation over here to take care of. Okay, it's only going to cost 200 gold to upgrade into a land ship. And now I have a tier 2 Janissary for the same gold cost. Oh, they took down my land ship. I don't know whether I should consider Bursa screwed unless I can get my troops over to where the fighting is going on. I could purchase another land ship, but then I'd have to wait at least one more turn for me to build a rail station over in the distant lands. I say we do social science. It's really one of the only options that interests me at this point in time. And I'm going to do a laboratory right over here. Overbuilding the inn. Oh yeah, they're doing a number on Bursa's defenses right now. I got globalism completed. Okay, I took out one of VII's units, and still got 2 more to go. Lands of Plenty. Pamphlets promising the location of hidden treasures enter wide circulation. It seems there is much plenitude to be unearthed in the world, perhaps more than there is room to store. These treasures must find a new home. Would have me build a museum within 20 turns. Do I... It doesn't look like I have a museum anywhere in my empire, do I? I do. But I think the game wants me to build another one for some reason. Parsa is going to take 7 turns to construct a museum. I think I'm going to have it built over this armorer once the laboratory in Parsa's done. And I get a cultural attribute point. Neat. And I'm gonna do +1 culture per age from Great Works on Display. That sounds nice. Nice. Gonna research Natural History Mastery. Okay, I think my landship can go ahead and take out these other 2 field guns pretty good. But it's gonna take a couple of turns. A unit of mine died. My scout was destroyed by a rifle infantry from Vienna, which I assume is right over here. Though I don't know for sure because it is completely covered by all these black hexagons. Isn't that just great? That's one less thing I gotta worry about right now. I still want to get a rail station and factory going on in Baghdad. The rail station can go right here. The factory I do not have enough gold for, but it can go right over here, forming a little mini triangle with the city center and the railway station. I'm getting this silk resource just because. I'm supporting this little endeavor with Ashoka just because. Let's do armor next, before I do any more tech masteries. Silk resource can go in Ardabil. Pearls can go to Pathragata. And then we got these 2 bonus resources right here that I can slot in if I want to. But I am just all willy-nilly like that because I just want to get this Railroad Tycoon legacy done as soon as possible so I can move on to another leader. Okay, I took this second of the field guns, no problem. That just leaves this last one right down here, and then the threat will be wiped away. Natural History Mastery is complete. I can now get a factory going in Baghdad. There is room in the city center for the factory. I think that would have been the better of the 2 choices I had. And for the resource, I am going to put cocoa in. So we're just gonna be Carolyn, tea, tin, and cocoa. All that. It best defines how our corporate side of my empire is gonna be. Nah. I've already got an alliance, and I do not want to squander my growth bonus from having 2 or more alliances. I think it might be time to go for one of these 3 ideologies. Now, my current ally, Pachacuti, has adopted communism as his ideology. I think it's only fitting that I do the same. There we go. There's supposed to be a notification. Yeah, begun research on communism and are now a permanent member of that ideology. Here's hoping I don't get blasted too much by those who are following anything else. Friendship over words. Ideologies are nothing compared to the clasp of an Ebrew's hand. Yet Gilgamesh's people seek an ideology, and it shall have one, but no philosophy book can transcend friendship. Friendship comes through mutual struggle. Will have me have exactly one ally, support or have that ally support 10 endeavors. Getting more allies or losing this ally ends the quest, so definitely I'll have to be careful about what I say or do. So that means I definitely cannot have any more allies with other leaders unless I want to fail the quest. Although I do wonder if there's any additional narration for if I do fail the quest, but I kinda doubt it. Okay, that's the second milestone for Railroad Tycoon completed. So that means I've got only 196 more points to go. I've got 13 factory resources slotted in. I think I would want to go for at least 2 more. I'm gonna have to get a port at a rail station in Maka, clearly. The more gold sources I have, the better. Supported. Even though I can't be allied with you, lest I fail the quest. There we go. Not really sure what else I want to do with my landship at the moment. I'm having it returned to Bursa until I decide. Oh, Isabella. Look at you founding your own little settlement on my very own peninsula. That's kind of a bold move, especially considering that we're not really allies anymore, because you keep committing those espionage acts against me. Shame on you for that. Okay, rail station. We'll go here. Now I'm gonna have to do a factory resource in Maka. Then I can slot another factory resource, but I'm just short. Have to wait another turn just for that little bit of gold, so I can afford it. Okay, I think I set them to sleep, so I won't have to worry about that. This unit can rest until I need him next, and it can heal in the meantime. I just hit that button.
Workers of the world unite. Bombardment.
We've completed communism and armor. So now we are definitely going to have to do what we can to support our relationship with Pachacuti. Like sending him a research collaboration, which he supports, actually. Good. Room to grow. So that means I've completed the museum quest. The museum's grand opening draws crowds, long lines forming to see the treasures of the wider world. The collection inspires awe and wonderment about the peoples and places who originated such artifacts, though many display cases stand empty, awaiting new additions. Brilliant. The People's Monarch. Others may say that a true socialist movement must abandon the trappings of the past, but our people know better. One's past identity moves them forward. And it's giving me a quest to have 5 artifacts within 20 turns. I think I could do that with an explorer. I should probably produce it. Save the gold if I want to construct a factory in Maka. Right here. And the ironworks will definitely help with production and getting me more gold because it's a town. Rightly so. Aerodynamics would be a good thing to research next. I should have an aerodrome right here. I think after the Explorer's complete, I should go ahead and get the Transoceanic Flight Project completed too. Ardabil. I'm just gonna have it produce a museum. And right next to it can go... How about a department store? It's not often that I have department stores across my empire, but I'm getting one now. And I got these attribute points because I completed the Communism Civic. I think I'm going to do... Let's do +5 growth rate in cities, and then we will do plus 15% production towards constructing buildings. Okay, there it went. It froze for a moment, so I was a little worried. But we will next do nationalism. Okay, Maka has a factory now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it 10. Like some of my other settlements. Okay, that's 14 factory resources giving me 14 points per turn. Though I'm still not sure if that's fast enough. Probably not, so I may want to get another factory going in Nguru. Yeah, I've been neglecting the fact that it doesn't have a factory yet, even after all this time. Napoleon Revolutionary has joined democracy. Uh-oh. That ain't good. I don't have the influence necessary to support that. But I'm saving it for when I do need to support any of Pachacuti's that he sends to me. I think I'm going to go for one of these wonders in Pathragada. I think I'll do the Battersea Power Station. Right over to the west. Okay, no more factories right now, just wanted to check. I think it's just one more turn before I can get a factory in Nguru. I should be able to afford it. Yep, now I can. Yep, right here. Right on to the city center. And now I gotta assign a resource to it. Oh, actually 2, because I somehow forgot that there was a factory in Constantine, too. I can give both of these the cocoa resource. And check to see how many... Okay. 16 settlements by rail, 14 factory resources. I meant to check on the factory resources instead of the settlements by rail, but you know what I mean. I guess the only thing I can do right now is wait until I see another opportunity. Okay, the land ship is fully healed, so I don't think there's anything else I can do with it right now. Okay, here's my explorer. I'm gonna have it head over to this wonder right here and dig up something to display in one of my museums. And that'll be that. I've got 16 turns, no wait, 15 turns now remaining in the People's Monarch quest, but I should be okay on that front. I should be fine. I still can't help but notice that I've neglected all this time to settle something on this land right down here, so maybe it would help out in my quest to complete the Railroad Tycoon Legacy path. Don't have any more factories available to slot resources in, but I guess it couldn't hurt to get at least one more factory going, and Sahand is erupting. That's nice. It doesn't cost that much gold to repair it, but it's still kinda annoying whenever volcanoes like that erupt. Wait, Baghdad? I thought I gave it a factory. Oh, it was damaged. That's what happened. I was wondering why there wasn't a factory icon in Baghdad. And Bursa, too. How could I forget Bursa? I don't want to assume stuff, but I think somebody might be sabotaging my factories. I don't know who would be doing that right now, but if they are, then I would definitely like for them to stop. Por favor. Okay, my settler is ready to head down south. What kind of discoveries await me? I do not know yet.
The members of the nation, all of them,
Nationalism and aerodynamics are done. Past, present, future. As the modern age launches the people into the future, ancient legends begin to resurface, mythic tales of the Empire's origins. Many look to these works to remind themselves of their roots, drawing lessons that are not always accurate, but meaningful nonetheless. Oh yeah, these stories clearly define us. Just gonna choose that and call it a day. I think it would be a good idea to research rocketry before I go after any masteries. Do capitalism next. And I gained a migrant in Susa now. I can have him move by rail. But I think... Oh, because I don't think Susa can grow any more in population, so I'm gonna have to relocate him to somewhere else, like Bursa. Alright, so my explorer has arrived at the... whatever place this is. What was it called? I don't know. The Zhang Jiajie is what it's called. I've had it in my empire all this time, but still couldn't get a grasp on how it's named. Well, look at that. Lafayette wants to denounce me. I'll let him. Okay, so I think the only place I still have to get a factory in right now is Kiakt. Plus whatever settlement I'm seeing a bunch of red. Oh, Geneva. So that's why I've been seeing red so far. I think it would still be nice if I settled over to the east. Still not being sure what this new settlement is going to be called.
You asked me once if I remembered Battersea. And now I do.
I didn't even think we were going to be able to get that, but now we do. Pretty beautiful. I do receive a second naval unit each time I train, but not purchase a naval unit. I don't predict that I'll be needing any naval units anytime soon. I'm just more focused on getting this Railroad Tycoon legacy path completed. Okay, just got a factory in Kiakt, right in here. Then slot one last resource in before I settle my next town. There we go. And then right down here, there's a bit more land than I thought. It's gonna be a little bit of an issue on how I'm gonna go about settling my next town. Transoceanic flight is almost completed. I do know now that it would be a good idea to get a... Oh, baby, baby, baby. Unlock unit Great Banker. The Great Banker immediately spawns in the capital. Move the unit from one capital city to another. I got a challenge complete. Probably one prior to that, but I was not looking. The remaining capitals where this great person must be activated are all of these. Well, I think I know what to do. I gotta establish World Bank offices wherever I can, all the while completing either of these two quests that I could do. I think this explorer is still in the middle of Don't I... Hold on. Don't I have 5 artifacts already? I do not. Yeah, I still want him to keep going after that Zhangjiajie artifact that I can display in museums. Alright, great banker. Work your magic. Okay, it looks like that's one capital down.
Gaze long into the abyss, and the abyss gazes also into you.
We discovered the Great Blue Hole. Neat. Still, I have a mission to complete. I don't think I want to settle near Geneva in the case that it would go hostile on me and probably send a raider after me. So it's looking like I'm gonna have to go and settle on this island. I know I said before that I didn't want to, but it's looking like that might be necessary. Got a militaristic legacy point to attribute. -1 gold maintenance for all units, because it'll get me some more gold. Okay, let's go ahead and travel to another capital city. Right here. Aerodrome. Still being constructed in Pathragada, so it's looking like I'm gonna have to have Parsa take care of the Break the Sound Barrier project. Rocketry's still being researched, so as soon as that's done, I'm gonna have either of these two cities construct a launch pad. Don't need you right now. I know, Sahand, you're erupting. Bursa lost a resource. Okay, I don't think any more resource slots will be necessary given that we have the conditions I need to finally complete this Railroad Tycoon victory that I've yearned for oh so much. Okay, I still have to get my Great Banker to Paris, Kampala, St. Petersburg, Delhi, Ciudad de Mexico, and Kathmandu. I think Ciudad de Mexico would be an obvious next choice. I can activate him on the next turn, after I take care of all this other stuff. Then we'll go. Okay. That's Geographic Society milestone number 1 complete. The People's Monarch. For the first time in my life, I have to grab the monks by the throat. Me, the most religious man in the kingdom, because I've had enough. My subjects and the elite among my subjects must obey. All are equal, save one will get us a scientific tribute point. It is the People's Palace, though only the monarch lives in it. Will give us 2,000 gold. And revolution advances under a crown will be for an ideology legacy path point. I think a scientific attribute point would be the most appropriate for the situation I'm in. I'm gonna put it towards +1 science on each quarter. and he is done at that natural wonder finally. I don't know how many turns I was away from getting that artifact from the wonder by the time I had him skip a turn. That's something I'll have to remember for next time. Explorer. I still have to do research in Lemuria. But I can still go over to... I think that's Mount Everest, to unearth another artifact there. And we can found our next settlement of... Sinop. Not the best of names, but it is Turkish after all. Or so the game would have you think. I don't feel the need to purchase anything else, if I can help it. Paris is my great banker's next destination. There's another flood, but I don't care right now. I'm so close to finally getting an economic victory. What cities do I have to travel to next? Kampala, St. Petersburg, Delhi, Kathmandu. I'm so close. I can just feel victory struggling to break free from my grasp. But I'm holding on. I'm holding on to the hope I have, and I'm hoping for the best. Okay, the aerodrome's still in progress. But I think I want to go ahead and go for a launch pad right here. I don't know if that's the only possible place I can get a launch pad in. I think I'll get a military academy right down here to speed up the process. And a stonecutter would definitely help too. I think it would be best for me to research some masteries while I'm waiting for everything else to be completed. Everything is going to work out. Don't you guys worry. Our next capital is complete. Okay, that's going to leave us with 3 capitals left to travel to. But I'm not sure which ones I see are visible. I don't think I can efficiently progress through the victory any further unless I had the entire map revealed. Still, I can at least say that I tried if nothing goes to plan for the rest of the game. I think I may want to... travel to a capital I previously visited just to get to the ones that aren't revealed yet. Or... Maybe it would be best if I just had him travel on foot. Though that may not be the best option.
It is not.
The next milestone for Space Race has been completed. Surprising. Okay, I think it's now time for me to get a launch pad in Parsa. It's gonna have to go over here because I don't want to build over these paradisas, like, at all. I'm gonna get a military academy in Parsa too, so I can help things go faster. I don't think I want a sawmill in, though, since it's ageless. Okay, got that down to 22 turns. I'm pretty nervous right now. What if I end up not making it? And I still got the World Bank to construct, too. I know that. I think I've only got masteries to research now. Aerodrome Commander. I gotta give it a promotion before I do anything else. Well, whatever. It's done now. Can't really think of much to do other than just get my great banker places. Hopefully this is the capital city. Probably of Kampala, though I may be wrong. Because this should be Ashoka's territory I'm entering. I can tell because of the coloring. It's not the capital city, but I'm getting there. Wait, is that the... Ah, that is the French Empire. I don't know for a fact, but... Okay, so that is Ashoka's territory right there. Ah, gosh. I might have to end this part off right now before I try to get to Ashoka's territory. As far as I'm aware, no other leader has fully completed a milestone, has fully completed all the milestones of any legacy path. I think I'm gonna have to get my great banker back to Delhi until I am ready for him to travel to any other capital city I reveal with a satellite. May not be necessary to do a launch pad in Ardabil, but anything I'll do to make each of these turns go faster, I will. Man. I think I'll go through this one last turn and then I'll call it a part.
The young men shall fight.
Mobilization mastery is complete, at least. Okay, so we've got 17 turns before the earliest possible launch pad is completed. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it a part. I don't know if it's all that easy to get an economic victory without revealing the entire map via satellite, but I gotta say that I am happy I'm finally getting these launch pads underway for when I finally do get to reveal the rest of the map, even though a science victory is not what I'm going for. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you when I am ready to see how this all ends. Bye!